Hello again, YouTube, and this time we have a toy truck here, little dumper truck, remote controlled, but nothing works. It's got batteries, it's all switched on, but the buttons do nothing, so it's completely dead. So first thing we've got to do is work out if it's the controller that's not working or the dumper truck itself. I'm going to start by taking the controller apart, because I think if we can just take it apart and have a look at the aerial, well, have a look, see if there's any broken wires, and we can put a scope in the aerial, see if there's any output coming from the from there, and then we should know if it's the controller or the truck. So the screws have been removed and the cover is off, and that's the circuit board inside. So this is the antenna, big coily spring up there. So what we can do is just put an oscilloscope on the antenna connection, see if, yeah, that is the antenna connection, goes down to there. See if we get any signal on there, because if we do, we know we're transmitting a signal. If we don't, we know this is a fault. So here I've hooked my scope probe up, and I've got one end connected to the aerial, one end connected to 0 volts from the batteries, and on the scope we see nothing until I push a button. When I push a button, we get a waveform. So I'm sure if we zoom out, we'll probably be able to see that's modulated. Zoom out a bit from that. That's just the amplitude, that's the wrong knob. A bit like the operator. Well, there'll be some amplitude, there'll be some modulation there somewhere that tells it left, right, up, forward, or backwards. But we don't care about that. All we know, we're getting a signal, so we can assume that's working. So the fault is probably in the truck part. This battery holder on this truck is a little bit unique. So you've got 2 screws that hold a cover. Then in here you have a little plastic carriage that has got 4 AAs on it with 2 metal contacts at the top, and then they touch on 2 screws down there. So that's a bit different. Thought I'd share. Well, it looks like now it's had a terrible accident, doesn't it? And whatever it hit has escaped. But yeah, it looks rather strange construction. So the wheels are just these separate modules here and motors in. The front wheels come off completely. They just fit in slots down there. Circuit board wise, you've got a speaker and motor driver, because you've got a H-bridge there, H-bridge that side, blob top as you would expect, and your radio is here, and power switch is there. So yeah, I think the first thing we've got to do is see if there's power to the radio part, I guess. I've removed the board from its mounting point here, and there is power going to it, and there is oscillation on the oscillator to the antenna. Doesn't look particularly nice though, and some of the joints are a little bit crusty, so I don't know if it's just worth reflowing some joints and seeing what happens. There's nothing immediately obvious what's going on. It's definitely this board though, because when you push the button on the controller, there's no, I'd expect these to go high, because you've got left, right, forward, back. So I'm assuming as you put them up high, that's what it drives the motor driver to do. That's the assumption anyway, but that makes sense. So I would assume if you were to manually drive on these high, you'd get movement. So I'm confident it's this board. Now, if we can't get this working, there is also the opportunity of putting like an Arduino or something in here and having a bit of fun. So we'll try reflowing the joints first, and if that doesn't work, might be hacking time. So I've reflowed the joints and had a bit of a play, and no success. It does seem this is all completely dead. I did try taking these lines up high, see if the motor spun, but they didn't. So I'm just assuming it's one of these blobs has gone, and if the blob has gone, there's nothing I can do about it. So I've cut it out, and this is gone. The car now looks like this. So I've put the chassis back on. Got the 2 wires for the motors here. This is power, and now what I'm thinking, let's have a play. So I need to get some bits. I need to get a H-bridge driver for the motors. Ah, that's gone. And we shall maybe put an ultrasonic sensor on the front or something like that, and modify this truck to be a Arduino microcontroller truck. But that'll be for another video. So for now, I need to order some bits, and I shall be seeing you next time. Bye.